Hello, 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 and welcome to the next stream for The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Switch over onto this, we can start the hand modeling portion of the stream. Look, ooh, hands, yes, okay, so, we're pretty much posed to finish playing this today. We've got like 3 missions to go. How long it's going to take to do those 3 missions, I don't know. There are 6 missions, including 3 secret ones, I think, which would unlock a secret character, I think, that you can then play through all the missions on, I think. I'm going off like vague memories of stuff for that one, but we'll figure that out. We've also got a bunch of interviews and behind the scenes type bonuses we can go through as well. But all of that requires finishing the game first. So, I guess we'd better get cracking. Let's switch on over. And we'll load up our game. So, yeah, here's the level select. We've got 3 Helm's Deep levels to go, and then we've sort of finished all of the main content. But each character, each of the 3 characters, being Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas, have secret missions, which we will probably maybe unlock. We do need to get them to a certain level before that can happen, but maybe that will just happen over the course of playing these next 3 levels. We might play them a couple times because you pick a different character each time, but we'll figure it out as we go. So we've got the most levels with Aragorn, so I'm thinking we probably just do Aragorn for the first run through for these 3 missions. And I guess we'll see where we go, because we might do the same mission like 3 times, and then move on to the next one, do that 3 times. I don't know, we're gonna feel it out, because maybe it'll be good, maybe it won't. Like if it levels like super duper frustrating, might just do it the once. But we'll figure that out.
Passed like rain on the mountains.
This will be the part where we get copyright issues. Shots from the film.
The days
At least most of them are. Some of them are never made it to the film.
Behind
So.
the hills, into shadow.
We must keep Sauron's gaze fixed upon us. Keep him blind to all else that is moving.
Probably been talking across all of this, but I also haven't got the warning yet from YouTube saying, hey, don't stream copyright stuff because that's bad. And we're gonna have to restrict your video probably in several regions, like the last stream. If you are in Russia or Belarus, too bad you can't watch my stream, which I guess kind of sucks, but you know, is what it is. I can't cater to everybody, unfortunately.
I got 2. There are enough for us both, Gimli. Take down that ladder before we're overrun.
Okay, how do we... Okay, circle and kick back, okay. Get our first kill. Remember how to play the game. Pretty sure it's this level I remember hearing about that's like a proper pain in the butt because of all these damn ladders. But I could be wrong. Get out of the way. Get out. Nope. Okay, kill you first. Man, so many ladders constantly popping up. We'll give some attention to these, but like the Mines Moria level, kind of hard to see what's happening here. Oop. Is this a good cutscene or a bad one? I don't know.
The orcs are upon the wall!
Bad, I think. I remember the bloody combo we learned. Alright. We gotta get rid of some of these ladders. There's some I mean all of. I do think they just kind of keep popping up. They were both dead. Wasted my time on that. But oh well. Guess we'll just keep stealing what kills we can as they as the opportunity presents. Go, you down. Kick you down. Kick you down. Kick you down.
Seek shelter!
Yeah, come on. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, the heavier guys coming up might be a problem. Going forward. Barely see that guy though. He also appears to be gently broken. So short. Whoa. Two big guys. Stand there to fight. We kill all these damn ladders. Alright. It's too hard to fight and read at the same time. Alright, so I just watched the gameplay show off for the new Jurassic World Evolution game, where you buy dinosaurs off a marketplace, but the less reputable seller, the more likely you will be scammed and sent a dinosaur that wasn't what you wanted. Interesting choice for a park builder. I wonder how that's going to work in like the sort of long run. Whether it's just like, oh, here's an optional thing where you can get like good dinosaurs cheaper or something. Or if you buy them off the black market, but you're gonna find people who actually have them. So I'm assuming our game over meter refers mostly to how many orcs are like on the wall. Arrows hurt, especially when they're on fire. Big ostrich-like dinosaur from the first movie that almost ran over Tim, Lex, and Alan. But they got a T-Rex. That seems like a good thing on the whole. At least to me, anyway, because it's quite a boring old ostrich dinosaur, but we get a T-Rex instead. Could be an issue when, you know, we don't have the infrastructure to support one of those. But still. Ah. I can see now why that might be. Leveled up.
Fire on us again!
Yep. Grab you on my way through. Really should block that one coming. Grond isn't until the third game, or technically the second game, but the next movie, basically, is my point. Unfortunately.
Malloy! Malloy feeding it!
No, that's Ministerious where they break down the front door. And then Gandalf is on the other side of like, no matter what comes through those gates, you will stand your ground and stuff. And then like 7 million trolls pour through the gate. And then he's like, oh shit. Maybe fall back just a little. Well, that was a little less dramatic than how it goes down in the film. Whereas like the big shoot him. Well, that was a bit of an underwhelming level. But that was the one I heard was not good, so maybe that's not a problem. Could be wrong. I know, but like same sort of vibe. Legolas, shoot him! Because, you know, Mr. Bomb guy is running at the bombs. So we got 8,000 points to spend. Very effective dispatching. So triangle, XX triangle. Square X R2. Instantly kill an attacking orc. Right, okay, so I think this is like the parry move thing? Because it opens with square, and this is like a linked move, which presumably means you need to use square to block an incoming attack, and then immediately press X and R2 to like do instant murders. So we'll do that one. And then we'll promptly have no points for anything else. So we'll move on. Am I finished purchasing upgrades? Yes I am, and yes I would like to save. Instant murder sounds great, except I didn't have enough money to get the the goblin one, which I guess is fine because they die in like 2 hits anyway. But the orcs are the big guys, who are a little harder to do murders to, so instantly being able to do that would be great. Alright, breached wall. Do we want to risk playing with the others? No, we don't. We'll stick with Aragorn for now, and then we can replay probably with at least one of the other 2. Because that first mission was a little long and somewhat uneventful, but that could be down to the
Our
difficulty.
defense is overrun.
I don't
The
know.
women and children are being trapped.
Get them to the Great Hall! We shall hold them here, or at the keep. We cannot let them near the glittering cave.
This ought to go well. Before this turns into some sort of like tower defense situation. These guys just need to tap. Dude, okay. Good to know. Am I just spamming this, or am I supposed to do something else? I assume it probably starts with waves of these bomb guys, and then like the other melee guys are gonna start pouring through at some point. Maybe. Here we go. Our first non-explosive orcs are starting to come through now, I think. Here we are. How nice of the orc army to wait for me to kill these guys first. Will that work? Very rude of you to ignore me. Yeah. Also that, yeah. Why am I the only one here defending the gate? Okay, that didn't do quite as much damage to the gate as I thought it was gonna. So letting him go off is probably fine. Ow. Just make sure I did miss people. Oops. a good thing they're being very generous with health. This is getting a bit hectic. Which I suppose is kind of the point. Oh, this is bad. We'll still find some. I do kind of like it when they're spread out like that. Mostly because I can get XP for each of the individual kills instead of getting XP for one and then blowing up the rest of them around him. Yeah. Is this good or bad? I think this is good. 200%. Here he goes. Oh boy. Big guy. Cave troll. Boy. This might be where we die. Oh, ow. I suppose we get another bomb guy to help us kill the troll. Yeah. Again. It's wrong, but yeah. Yeah. Right, there we go. Troll's dead. Did we miss anybody? No. Whew. Alright. We got this. It'll be fine. Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh, Aragorn. What in the hell is that? No good is what that is. Boy. Not gonna lie, if you could have done this, why Are you just now doing it? Okay. Oh, okay. Let's do this, shall we? What was that combo we just unlocked? It was square X R2 to like instant murder. Oh, we can buy. No, we can't. Okay, I was gonna say, wait, we can buy these mid-mission, but no, we can't. Use against powerful foe to smash his shield. Well, the thing is that you can't get the combo off because every single tiny hit touches you, staggers you. No, Gandalf doesn't show up for a while yet. Basically, until we're effectively dead, that's when he shows up with the reinforcements. The Gandalf X Machina, if you will. Yeah. We need to start doing more damage to this. Why is it doing so little? Single individual bit. This is gonna be really close. Apparently no kaboom on the trebuchet, but Legolas finally decided to show up and help, so that's good.
Never have I seen such axe work, Master Dwarf.
Nor I such bow skill. But they never stand back up after I have hit them.
We have held them. Women and children are safe. For now.
Okay, but it's like a whole other level after this, so they're not safe for long. Alrighty. That was a bit stressful at times, but otherwise we're good. We got to level 8, at least with Aragorn, so that's good. Which means I think we've unlocked, or will have unlocked, his secret mission. Hopefully. Big hopefully. Devastation attacks sets fire to multiple foes. Well, that sounds rad. Wilderness Rage. Well, what's Wilderness Rage? A more devastating attack. do a cheeky wilderness raid for fun. I'm stupid, big dumb idiot. Why did I not buy the Master Swordsman? That would have made things so much easier. Now I don't have enough XP. Ugh. Alright. Guess we'll save for that. Maybe. Sure. Yeah, the 8 does 100% look upside down as hell. All topsy-turvy. Well, Super Retro, we've only just sort of started. Because we only had those 3 Helm's Deep missions to go. That was the end of the second one. So in terms of, like, levels we haven't done, we're up to the last one. But, we do still have the secret missions for each character. And we still have to go back and level up Gimli and Legolas. So we'll probably be playing these 3 again at least. Maybe the ones leading up to it. But we'll see how we go. But until then, let's do Helm's Deep Hornburg Courtyard. Yeah, that would... honestly, I was expecting them to last a little longer. But turns out they just are, like, long. Not necessarily hard, but just long. So we'll finish it with Aragorn, then we can go back to the other guys. Complete the trio as it was. Whatever the correct presence that is.
We cannot hold them!
Oh damn. Oop. Straight back into it with the weird camera angles.
They're inside the cave! We're doomed!
Oh great, we're in an area where it's going to flip on us, the camera. I can't even tell what's happening for the most part. I'm assuming that Scream of No was just one of our NPC people died or something? Time.
Aragorn!
Legolas.
Our elf friend needs a hand.
Pretty sure everybody needs a hand here, Gimli. I'm assuming, yeah, okay, I do have to come up here. Where even is he? Here he is. He's really... hands full over here. Legolas? I'm Aragorn, not him.
Uruk-Hai!
Oop. Those were all words I understood what you said, Gimli. Grab the health. We'll hightail it back to the gate, wherever the hell that is. How are you doing? You can't just flip 180 on me and expect me to know where the hell I am.
Archers on the wall!
I'm assuming that's a hint of, hey, go kill the archers. Alright. Maybe I don't actually need to be up here. Look like the gate having a health bar, that's probably the highest priority. That'll probably do it. Unless we're supposed to go kill the archers to progress the mission. A single thing that's going on. I don't worry. There he is. He's dying, so I'm gonna distract myself a little bit. Ow. Credit where credit is due, they do have a lot of people happening on screen right now. For a 2002 game, it's pretty cool. Dead. Come on, Gimli, you're supposed to be better than this. He's getting okay. They have a cave draw. Because of course they do. you have cave trolls. What do you mean the gate is still locked? Oh no, I don't think I'm gonna survive this one. Maybe I'm not supposed to survive it, because I don't know if it's game over in technical progression. It looks pretty game over. It is, okay. But that's what happens in the movie! Okay, here we go from the beginning. Oh boy. I mean, it is the last sort of level of the game, so I suppose it's supposed to be a bit harder.
We cannot hold them!
These bloody clumps of enemies are impossible to deal with. It's like every single hit they land on you like interrupts you. So you don't get the combos off, which you need to do to do anything really. Do any sort of real damage.
They're inside the keep! We're doomed!
It's like, yeah, you've got a block and they can parry and everything, that's fine. Except there's like too many guys to even really do anything after you block the attack. I need to spend more time like, on the actual gate itself. Maybe. What is going on here? I gotta go help them land now. It is already overwhelmed as it is. Right, Legolas is already getting his butt whooped, so time to just run for it and hope we don't take too long to deal with him. Ow. Wrong button. There we go. I mean, even so, the game is still short. It's just, this is going to be long, I guess, for the sake of being long. Possibly accurate to the film, in terms of, like, oh, they were fighting, like, all night. Since it starts at, like, sundown, basically, just after. And then, yeah, Gandalf shows up at dawn. With the horses. But also that, like, they did build in the, hey, you should play the game 3 times. It's just, since Legolas is no longer a problem, since he's become invincible, Let's just quickly rush back to the game. Camera, I think this it's like the worst place to be switching, like 180 degrees to the other side.
Archers on the wall!
How? I think I have to make a run for these archers. Everybody's being super real right now.
Aragorn!
Get the big guy down while we can. Ah, health. More health. Alright, let's just... Yeah. The thing that's unclear to me, maybe it's not meant to be entirely clear, is whether the mission progresses because I kill X amount of enemies, or whether it's purely time based. Ow. Get slapped. Speaking of getting slapped, so is the game. It must be kills based or something, because these orcs showed up a lot sooner, the trolls showed up a lot sooner last time in terms of like, gate health. So again, I think we're gonna lose this one. It's just simply taking too much damage.
They're about to smash the barricade!
Can't even tell what's happening now. Or even when I'm necessarily getting knocked down by. I'm assuming it's the backswing of the troll, but genuinely can't do anything about that, so... Get down. What the heck am I supposed to do here? because this is already on easy. I don't think there's any like... Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back. We're gonna finish the level with Aragorn and get at least 1000 XP so we can get that upgrade that makes the sword do more damage. It might help us here. Downside being, we've played most of the game with Aragorn. We do Balin's Tomb, which is pretty good for XP. It's literally the only one we haven't played him on. Except for, you know, the last one. Not that I'm aware of. Like, there's probably some combos and stuff that... like, there's one I try to get off a lot that, if I manage to land, does like an AoE thing, which would be good for crowds. If I can actually land it. But being like a 3-button combo, the chances of getting hit in a crowd are incredibly high. And every single hit staggers you, so it interrupts literally whatever the heck it is you're trying to do. And it's like, okay, cool, maybe I need to be playing more with like blocking at the right time and getting the instant kill
It was here
combo
that we would
after that.
find far more than the
But in a
tomb of
clump like that,
Balin,
you can't do that.
Lord of the Mordor.
And they all clump on the gate itself, so that's a problem.
We have barred the gates, drums.
I'll let this play out since we haven't seen it yet today's stream.
Cannot get out. They are coming.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully increasing the base damage will help us kill enemies faster. Yeah, that move. Like that last hit will hit a group. Not like an especially wide thing, but it does hit them. It's kind of the important part, so. I can already see that coming into this over level is working quite well.
Steel yourself! Back to the shadow.
Behind you!
Legolas!
It's also entirely possible on the Helm level that there's no like real mission or benefit to going and killing those archers up on the outer wall. Other than, you know, that they are raining arrows into the area. But like, it didn't seem to be that disruptive. And it's probably just more worthwhile to go just stay at the gate.
Steel yourself! I cannot fight you!
Yep, take that time. This is true. I don't have it on everybody though. I have it unlocked for Orcs. I kind of skipped over Goblins. And then, like in a later tier, there's Uruk-Hai. I believe it's the armored dude. Yeah.
Over here!
Health
on, fell beast!
Let's go through that one. Alright. But even the instant kill being a combo seems like it might not go well in a massive crowd. Ow. There. That should have given us at least 1000 XP, which means we can get that upgrade for just the increased base damage. But this will also be a good example of what happens when you complete a level with all 3 characters. Can you then just play it through them again? Or is that now, oh, you can't play that level anymore because you finished it with everybody? Because that would be annoying. Mission ready? Perfect. Hell yeah. Alright. So... yeah, so this is the goblin one. It's to instantly kill a goblin. And this one's for Uruk-Hai. But we've got Orc-Bane. But I wanted to get this one. Increase the damage of your speed attack. Okay, it's just the speed attack, but that's still good because that's fast. So I'm gonna grab that one. Master Swordsman. Honestly, I might even have to go Rohan bow. Just because the having a bow that does extra damage would help. Assuming those archers do need to be murdered. So grab that one as well. So now, in theory, we're at like peak damage. Sets fire to multiple foes. Honestly, that might be what we try and do. So we've only got one. Okay. We can make bows more strong, or we can set fire to multiple foes. I feel like area of attack's gonna be what we need. So I'm gonna grab that one. I don't think there's anything else cheap we can afford. No. Cheapest is 4,000. Cool. Yeah. Maybe. Finished, yes, I'd like to also save. Because unless you get like a fixed amount of XP though, like if you're just bad at the game and get, you know, the weakest tier of kills for an entire mission, you might not actually have enough to be useful if you were grinding. Oh wow. Okay. So that noise you're hearing there is me mashing X to try and play that mission again. I can't. Because I finished it with everybody. So, like, if you've spent your XP poorly with a character or two getting this far, I guess you're shit out of luck. That's so dumb. Surely it would unlock again after I finished the game, right? That would be insane. Because it might just be until you finish the last level. So you're like, oh, you gotta finish the game, and then you can sort of, you know, go through and 100% everything. But even so, that's weird. But I guess we'll give it another go. Since we've got no more Aragorn levels to play, so we can't grind for XP. But when he levels up, presumably by the end of this mission, we'll have unlocked his Secret mission.
Cannot hold them!
Don't know if fire attack is gonna be what we want. Because we have to charge it so long to actually like set off the fire thing. The only other hope for dealing with groups is that they knock me down, because I do have an attack I can do as I'm getting up, which sort of knocks everybody back and down. So I might need to rely on that. But I think we just need to speed run these objective things.
Our elf friend needs a hand.
Wherever the stairs are. Here they are. Camera's really bad. Yep. Say speedrunners, they stop to go kill that guy.
Uruk-Hai!
Run. It is entirely possible. Like, the game is still fun. It's just got some, like most games, it has like weird pain points. Which could be just how the game is, or maybe I'm just genuinely not playing the game as they designed it. So maybe it's not meant to be like more button mashing, it's supposed to be like more combo-y. I can't think of the word right now. Or it's entirely possible that this particular mission sort of goes against how the combat system was designed, just by pure too many people. So far the game is winning, because this level is annoying. But it is the last level of the game, so there is that at least. Nothing seems to be happening. And those archers are here, so I guess I'll go try and deal with them. Get out of the way. Legolas, let me be better, maybe. Oh, buddy, you kill the, you kill them. That would make more sense. I think that's everybody. We'll grab this since we're here. Not that we need it. Ow. Back to the game. What the fuck is this mess? Don't let it get this bad. Okay. Guess I killed enough maybe to make the calls.
They're about to smash the barricade.
So far, so good. Okay. Okay, this is going so much better than last few attempts. Okay, that's really annoying that when they broke it down in the cutscene at the end, that's fine. But if they break it down before then, too bad. Game over. That's lame. Is there more level, or is this it? Also, we don't see much of any Theoden in this game. Like even when the siege starts and stuff. Also, where did Gandalf come from? It seems like that's it then.
Sauron and Saruman are tightening the noose. But for all their cunning, we have one advantage.
Friendship.
The ring remains hidden,
Yeah, that too.
and that we should seek to destroy it has not yet entered their darkest dreams. And so the weapon of the enemy is moving towards Mordor. In the hands of a hobbit, each day brings it closer to the fires of Mount Doom. Sauron fears you, Aragorn.
I don't remember that conversation at all. Which either means it's part of the extended editions, or never made it into the film. Oh my god! Oh my god, that's so exciting! They're making another one, everyone! I'm so excited. Can't wait until 2003. Oh yeah, it was only a few years ago. The game's probably come down in price, somewhat. Alright. Mission rating perfect. Let's go. Alright. Cool. Here we go. Alright. I guess for the sake of... We've kind of already done all the hardest stuff, so these are not that important. Increases your health. I'll get the bow. Just do more damage in general. Yeah, I'm ready to do all of that again with people that I'm not familiar with how they work. Well, what could go wrong? Let's just beef him all the way up. Cool. We've got no XP left for other things. Boom. Yes, I'd like to save. So, we're gonna go back a bit further than the start of Helm's Deep for the other two, because I have not got nearly enough XP to jump straight into that last one with them. Really, I'm not level 10 with him yet? Beat Hornberg Courtyard and reach level 10. Okay. I've done one of those, at least. Alright, so. Okay, now I can play a previous level again. That makes so much more sense. Doesn't mean I like it or agree with it, but it makes more sense. So, let's play Legolas in Amonhen, I think. This one should be pretty strong for XP gain, being that, like, the objective is to kill, like, 80. I mean, maybe not 80, but, like, 50 or so orcs. So, XP.
Moria had been a dark journey for our fellowship.
Fly, you fools!
Some news. This is the announcement of Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King.
The quest stands upon the edge
The
of
game
a
Shadow
knife,
Drop and is out right
but a
now.
little, and it will fail.
But it would become darker still, for our fellowship was failing.
I would have gone with you to the end, into the very fires of Mordor. Go, Frodo.
Run! Frodo carries the fate of us all. We must defend him.
I don't know how Legolas works, even though his buttons are the same. I know, I lied, it was like 75 orcs to kill. That's kind of neat that Aragorn retreated and started bowing too. Alright. Next Avengers movie deal. The same shit that Ian McKellen had to deal with in The Hobbit. They're probably doing it to Ian McKellen again too. Which one was Alan coming again? I think I got the guy. Okay, yeah, him. He's cool. Right, of course, X-Men. He's the teleporty guy, whose name I've forgotten. Nightcrawler? Whatever the character's name is. Lots of green screen. Ugh, that sucks. 'Cause I remember, rest in peace, Terrence Stamp. I had that issue with Phantom Menace, because all his scenes are pretty much on the Senate floor, which is all like green screen stuff. So he had nothing to like look at when he's doing his chancellor speeches and stuff. Oh, that's even worse. Like at some point,
We must defeat these Uruk-Hai for
the
Frodo to
secrecy should be secondary to like the performance, right? Because like for all their efforts, half of this shit gets out anyway by the time the movies and stuff come out. It's like, what's the point? Now, get saved here. Might help if I remembered there was a block button. Good, health. Meanwhile, speaking of Tom Holland, like, there was all those photos and stuff going around the other day. It's like, oh, they're filming in London and he's swinging from stuff and he's on a tank and all that sort of stuff. It's like, okay, cool. It's some Spider-Man, I guess. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if half the reason they didn't like, properly tell him which characters he was on screen with was because they don't know yet. Or there's some debate as to who it's gonna be. Okay. Pretty sure I had some health back here, maybe. Yeah. It was bows. Oh, arrows rather. I too remember that time Legolas was running away from everybody. That's not health, that's a bush. Oh, I've just remembered the boss fight at the end of this. That's gonna be fun for us. Okay, we have a lot of time to make up for. Because we still need to kill 32 enemies before Frodo loses the second half of his health. I feel like the next Spider-Man movie will be revealed without the movie coming out because everyone is posting every little detail they can find. Yeah, that kind of happened a lot with the last Spider-Man movie. Where you didn't get the like the movie sort of pauses for you to have that, oh my god, it's blah 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 moment, but like because of the way that the internet is, you knew that person was there anyway, so like that entire moment feels stupid. Because everybody's done everything to talk about how that character is there, and that was really annoying that they stun-locked me into the fire. I was also talking, so that doesn't help. But anyway. Yeah, movie industry, dumb. At least on that scale.
Moria had been a
Because
dark
I wonder
journey
what would
for our
happen if they
fellowship.
put their foot down. It's like, right, we're not going to do all this secrecy crap anymore. If it gets
Frodo
out and you start
carries the
spreading
fate
it, too bad. This is the movie we're making. I've pressed the wrong buttons again. And so when people, read up all about this cool, exciting stuff, and then they go see the film, it's like, oh my god, it's exactly the way that it was told about. Okay. Well, that was a bit boring. It's like, well, yeah, no shit. If you read the script before you see the movie, maybe it's not going to be as entertaining. But anyway, internet grumbles aside, let's get back to the game, shall we? Or try to. Oh boy, here we go. I think they're mostly just background people. That long drawn out death animation is a bit distracting. Can I actually get up there? Because there's like a chest up there.
Uruk-Hai!
I can, okay. Yep. Don't know what the point of it was, but sure. Get around the thing. There we go. Oop. We found a friend. Why is it always on the border of a camera change? For a second there I thought you'd see like through the rock on like that side. There we go, problem solved. At some point soon, we're gonna be trapped in by the fire. I swear a lot of these swings of mine are just not connecting to anything. Which is a pretty big problem when I'm supposed to be not dying. Too far forward. I guess I do get trapped in the fire. Alright, we're gonna lose a lot of time doing this, but we're gonna need the health. But quite a lot. Alright. None of them dropped health. Oh, they did. My bad. I have eyes. I swear. Alright. I think we're doing better than last. Oh, hello. You got me, did you? Come on. Oh, already did. Whoops. Alright. Yes. Yes. Oh, there's health here. Whoops. Might as well grab it. Anyway, cool. Let's just keep moving. We've wasted enough time already. Oops. Get out of the fire, please, Legolas. Get out of the fire, you fool! Okay, that was sketchy. But also we have no health. Which is annoying because we didn't have issues the first time we played this. Nope. Come on, get health. Okay, cool. At least until we got to the alerts fight. I did wonder where you two ran off to. Got 9 more to kill.
Spread out! They must not surround us!
I feel like they kind of surrounded us a little bit. Yep. Hell yeah. Run, Frodo, run! Yep. Grab that health before it becomes a problem. Last box to deal with. Do we get him? I guess so. Alright, now for the Lurch fight, which was oof, painful the first time we did it. Boromir, no! He's died again!
Back to the pits that spawned you.
No matter how many times I watch the film, I guess in this case, play the game. Alright, now for the hard part. I don't know what his problem is. He just keeps dying. He insists on it. Let's try the camera goes freaking weird for some reason. No. Have the freaking health. Got him. Okay, that was easier than I expected it to be. Probably would have lasted longer if I was trying to stab him. But I believe Legolas is better at ranged attacks.
Be at peace. Son of Gondor.
Yeah, he was. Very, very lucky. Because even, jokes aside, he was lucky that A, the Aragorn they hired before him was fired, and B, his son convinced him to to take the job of Aragorn in the movie. Because we almost didn't get him as Aragorn. Which is fun. It's not a reality I wish to experience. Permanently increase health. Actually, I think we got enough XP for all of this. Let's start with the health. So we'll go up against trolls. That's gonna be a problem. Yeah, we just grab everything. Huh? Feels weird. But sure. Yes, I'd like to save. I don't think Boromir is an elf. Yes, so I've gone through and played everything as Aragorn. and gotten to the end, but there are some bonus material stuff that does need to be unlocked eventually. So for the sake of not having a stream that was like an hour long, I'm gonna go back through and level up the other characters too. Or at least do a little bit of that. And then maybe we'll just go through all the interviews and stuff, because I don't know how long they're gonna be. But those will be fun to go through as well.
Despite Boromir's heroism, the servants of Saruman captured members of our company, but we would not abandon our companions to torment and death. For days we followed their trail. Finally, it led us to Fangorn Forest.
Maybe. I don't know.
This forest is old.
Very old.
Very old. It's full of memory and anger.
Yay, this was my favorite level.
They came this way.
When I played it
But
the other
trail ends
day.
here. We must split up to find them quickly.
Because it's fine except for the trolls that are nonsense. This is going to be particularly painful with the trolls, because ranged attacks don't work on them. Right, there's something that way. Through the tree. Yeah, that's exactly how that order went. Ignore that the end of this game has a an ad for the game. For Return of the King. How? How? Stop it. Okay, I'm getting freaking whooped by this guy. Okay, damn, that's embarrassing. Yeah, this one does have some visual improvements, betterments. I can't think of the word, but colors and stuff were better in this one. Gameplay was probably a bit better in most areas in this one, I think, as well. But it has been a time since I've played Return of the King.
Come.
But their trail ends here.
So I don't know.
We must split up to find them quickly.
But Return of the King has co-op, so there's that. Here we go again. Yeah, that freaking Ghost Army level, I could never get past that as a kid, and even when I played it a couple years ago, I still couldn't get past it very easily if I even did. Because it was just a pain in the butt. Okay. I might trade out Legolas for Gimli, because none of my hits seem to actually give me a chance. Like, how is none of that hitting the goblin? Like, I'm on him, the sword is going through him. It's just not landing. As far as I'm aware, I don't need to was never established that the heavy attacks only work on these guys. But that might be in part the reason why I got my butt whooped by this guy. And beyond just not being very good at blocking. Alright. To the next checkpoint right here too. Checkpoint time. Now, if it's anything like last time we played this level, we might be here for a few attempts. Ow. Yep, it just bounces off. Yep, and then he just did that, okay. Okay, you don't need to do the slow fade in. Sheesh. Okay, nah. I don't like Legolas. He's actually kind of pretty awful. I mean, the ranged attacks are pretty good. But when most of the enemies are kind of immune to those, no. I don't want to. So, let's... But we're gonna do this way with interviews, I think. Alright, we'll start with Peter Jackson and Barry Osborne.
Into this ring, he poured his cruelty, his malice, and his will to dominate all life. One ring to rule them all.
What we've done is a culmination of a huge amount of work involving thousands of people.
The title The Two Towers refers to the Tower of Orthanc, which is where Saruman, Christopher Lee's character, is based, and the Tower of Barad-dûr in Mordor, the home of Sauron.
Film 2, like every film in this trilogy, is a challenge. And will remain so until we deliver it. It's a great movie. It's going to be bigger than film 1. I think definitely that there is such care that went into making these movies. And to be able to transfer that information to the team that's building the games is great, because I know they're putting in an equal amount of care and effort into bringing a really rich game to the public.
Tolkien describes Edoras very vividly in the books as being a city of wooden buildings on a hill in front of a range of snowy mountains. When we were originally doing our location scouting, I said, look, we've got to find somewhere in New Zealand, there's got to be a hill like this that's in front of the mountains. So they went helicoptering all around the country, and they came back with a photograph of the absolute perfect hill. It was about 60 or 70 miles away from the nearest town. It was in the middle of the South Island. It was very remote. We spent about 7 or 8 months actually constructing these huge buildings. The end result was that in the movie we have an Edoras, which is thoroughly believable. I was able to go there and just shoot as if it was an existing location.
One of the exciting things about the EA games and what I've been seeing in the models as they've been built is a great replication of our sets and our characters, to the point where EA worked out a deal with our actors so that they would come in and record their own dialogue. The actors were quite excited about it.
The battle for Helm's Deep is over. The battle for Middle-earth is about to begin.
We built a miniature of Helm's Deep, but what was interesting was that there wasn't just a model, there was a huge miniature. It was a quarter scale, but it was in itself about 30 or 40 feet wide. And it was so big that we could just photograph it with our cameras and it wouldn't look like a miniature, it just looked totally believable.
What makes a great movie is really a great script and a great cast. I imagine when you're doing a game, it's many of the same challenges. You've got to attract the right talent to the game. You've got to get a story that will attract an audience, and then become excited by that story and compelled by that story to actually see it come to life.
There is nothing we can do for Frodo. The quest will claim his life.
Rohan is weak and ready to fall, and so he will strike hard and fast at the world of men. War is upon us.
Not gonna lie, until that last moment there, I kind of forgot Smeagol and stuff was introduced in Two Towers. Or, like, you know, properly getting screen time instead of like one shot and a mention in the first movie. But also, there was a shot in that where I think it was the producer guy, Barry, who was holding the controller real weird. But you know, people don't play video games like I do, so it's understandable, I suppose.
In the lands of Middle-earth, legend tells of the Dark Lord Sauron and the ring that would give him the power to enslave the world, and has now found its way into the hands of the most unlikely person imaginable.
I'm a huge game fan, so obviously I wanted to find out all the details about a Lord of the Rings video game. I'll get myself into a mode of playing where I'll play all the time, and it's generally when I'm playing like an adventure game that my head's in. Once I get in, I can't stop thinking about it, and I have to take my character to the end.
This task was appointed to you, and if you do not find a way, no one will.
So I've been kind of asking around about this thing, and I finally got to play it, and it's unbelievable. It's just beautiful to look at. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, go on, Aragorn. Come on.
They are coming.
It's kind of a bonus to be able to turn on a video game and have me running around. I'm getting my ass kicked. Frodo looks like me. Isn't that cool? So cool.
They will find the ring and kill the one who carries it.
No! Frodo! Come on, Frodo! They want the ring! They must not take it. The difference between ADR for a film and sort of voicing a game is that ADR for a film is generally to picture. You're kind of looking at the film and trying to copy the dialogue that you've done before and get it in sync with the dialogue for the film. Who are you?
Are you frightened?
Yes.
Not nearly frightened enough.
For the game, it's not to picture, and it's just a lot of kind of atmospheric elements that you kind of throw in, you know, danger, help, that sort of thing. Aragorn! Help! Aragorn! Aragorn! I'm a fan of action figures and I'm a fan of games, and if I get to be included, it's just a total geek bonus, so I dig it.
Even the smallest person can change the course of the future.
I'm so excited and I can't wait till I have my copy. It's wicked.
I wonder if he still has a copy. If he even got one. But yeah, no, you don't even play Frodo in this movie. Game. You can play Frodo in the next one though. And Sam. And Legolas and Gimli and Aragorn and Gandalf. I think that's it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll just you know, give him a ring wherever he is, probably America or something. Because time zones totally line up like that. And be like, oh hey, do you still have a copy of the Two Towers on whatever console you received the copy on? Either Xbox, PS2, or I think it came out on PC as well. Not sure. But anyway, Ian McKellen, let's go. It's Magneto himself.
The fate of the world will soon be decided. The peril of the ring-bearer deepens, for there is another who hunts the ring.
I have never played a video game in my life. I can never understand the rules. I've got very large and clumsy hands and not quite the hand-mind coordination that I think is necessary, which seems to be available to everyone under the age of 6.
What's wonderful about this game, Lord of the Rings, is that you are getting the voices of the original actors, all of them. And today I've been doing the recording of Gandalf the Grey and Gandalf the White, the two characters that I play in Lord of the Rings.
What can you see?
There are markings. It's some form of Elvish. I can't read it.
There are few who can.
There is a union now between the two towers, Orsank and Barad-dûr.
For the game, it's a little rougher, a little readier, a little more immediate, perhaps.
One of you must enter to help those villagers who are still alive.
Basically, this is an aggressive bit of fighting. It's the military side of Gandalf that comes out, the commander, the samurai, the leader.
You shall not pass!
And so what you're seeing on the screen is as near as, damn it, the Gandalf that you're seeing in the movies, and I wish I could come and play the game with you.
They are coming.
Yeah. Okay, so I need to give Elijah Wood a call to figure out if he's still got a copy of the game. I need to invite Ian McKellen over because he said he wants to play the game with me. So that's two major guests I'll have on the stream at some point. What else was there? 'Cause there was also interviews with Viggo Mortensen. Fortunately, I don't have the interviews with the other two of the trio to do, but we'll do the making of.
Probably the most intimidating aspect of embarking on this project was the sense that we have this incredible responsibility to deliver on an interactive format in the same way Peter Jackson had delivered in film. He has taken some of the most beloved literary works of all time and translated them into an epic film masterpiece that has created millions and millions of fans worldwide.
Are you frightened?
Yes.
Not nearly frightened enough.
At the beginning of a project, you're working on the conceptual side and the design side. As the project progresses, programmers, artists, animators, environment artists,
modeling specialists, texture specialists, all these people thinking about their one area of the game, but in terms of the overall experience.
One of the advantages of being able to work so closely with the filmmakers is we were able to use the models and props that they created for the film as reference for the stuff that we needed to create in our game.
In designing Aragorn, we really had to think about all three playable characters at the same time. For example, Legolas is much more of a speed and finesse-oriented character. Gimli is a small battle tank. Aragorn is more a blend of the two.
We looked at the moves that each of the characters made frame by frame before we started to build anything. Then we would create a wireframe of the character. This is their basic proportions and size and scale. Then we would add texturing and lighting to complete their wardrobe and add the fine details of their character. The actors were very interested in working with us. In one case, Viggo Mortensen showed us some of his action moves.
He and his stunt double open up a crate of swords and start sparring with one another. That became the basis for many of Aragorn's moves. When we were selecting scenes from the film to include in our gameplay, Balin's tomb really stood out as a strong candidate. It's one of the most memorable moments in the first film.
We wanted to recreate the sense of ambiance. It's this very strong beam of light on the tomb itself. That was a challenge for our environment modelers and lighting specialists.
The village of Rohan levels are unique in the sense that they allowed us an opportunity to expand upon areas within the film. The actual game level itself looks and feels very much like the film locations in terms of lighting, the shape of the architecture, the people who were there, but we actually build upon that in this particular case and create areas of the level for the player to explore and fight in that they perhaps didn't see in the film.
There is a union now between the two towers, Orsank and Barad-dûr.
What's wonderful about this game, Lord of the Rings, is that you are getting on your own screen the voices of the original actors, all of them.
Help, Aragorn! Aragorn, help!
It's incredibly authentic, and I think it's really difficult to make a game based on a film. This game does it. It's very much like the film.
We designed a very dynamic music system that reflects the mood of the actual events in game.
One ring to bring them all, and in the darkness, fight.
In the film, Saruman attacks Helm's Deep with 10,000 Uruk-Hai, so we had to use other elements at our disposal to create the sense of battle. Through sound effects and audio, we really make it feel like there's thousands of orcs in the location. If someone plugs in the game and they say to themselves, oh my god, this is the film, then we've achieved exactly what we set out to do.
This is the place that I remember from the film. I'm there, I can do something. It's now my turn. That's the way we want the player to feel.
I mean, you also think the same about Merry and Pippin, because they're not really in the game either. They might be in like a clip or two, probably around here, maybe. Cool. So we'll do the interview with Viggo now.
The fate of the world will soon be decided.
The whole process of the video game construction or building of it is new to me. They're fighting things and ninja things, I don't know what. I was surprised. I mean, it looks much more realistic. It seems like it goes to another level. I think Aragorn's aim in the video game is better than my own, but I'm not going to complain about that.
By my life or death, I can protect you. I will. You have my sword.
What I've seen of the video game seems to reflect the fact that the second movie, as opposed to the first one, is on a bigger scale. And I'm looking forward to seeing them, just as I am to seeing the rest of this game. I've only seen a sample today. I was glad to see, for example, that sometimes Aragorn gets knocked over or falls down or rolls around, and that his fighting style alters, to fit the situation. It's not always neat and tidy, it's kind of sometimes he can be a bit of a brawler. At least that's the way he did it in the movie, and the game reflects that. I think it's impressive.
Now, what I do want to ponder is if EA had got the deal for making the games for the movies in time enough that they made Fellowship of the Ring, what would that game look like? Oh, absolutely, we're never getting trilogy is perfect at this ever again. I think this is very much a lightning in a bottle situation. Because even, what is it, The Matrix is not a perfect trilogy. First movie is great. The other two are, they have their moments of cool and good. Very horny, but good. But you know, something feels weird about him. Yeah. What are like even the Star Wars trilogies, no matter which one, sort of varies quite a bit. Because I guess those are still like they don't continue one after the other like Lord of the Rings does. Is probably a good difference between this and like other movie trilogies. Oh man, I mean, I don't blame anybody involved with The Hobbit except for maybe the higher ups because they held New Zealand hostage to get Peter Jackson involved. But oh man, Hobbit's kind of not good. I've seen all three of the Hobbit movies precisely once, and I have no desire to see them again. But they're probably better than I remember, maybe. But obviously not without fault. But yeah, Hobbit's not so great. Revenge of the Sith, New Hope, and Empire Strikes Back. In that order? Or is... yeah, that. Yeah, The Hobbit as a book is fine. I remember, I think it was grade 4. My teacher would read it to the class. So, I don't remember if we ever finished it. I assume we did. But I don't know. I think if Peter Jackson was A, interested, and B, was involved in the Hobbit movies from the start, they probably would have been a lot better, or maybe a lot closer to the book. But from what I understand, Peter Jackson had no interest in doing The Hobbit, which is why he didn't until Guillermo del Toro was left the project. Because, you know, movie business is all like, no, I have to make more money. But then he left the project, and then they went after Peter Jackson again, or maybe for the first time, I don't know. Probably again. And then things kind of went bad from there. Well, that's true too. Still trying to think of movie trilogies. Yeah, that's fair. Because most trilogies are like just 3 separate movies following the same character. It's like you got the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans. That's 3 different Spider-Man stories for the most part. There are some, you know, carryover effects and events and stuff, but otherwise separate. It's not a story so big that they needed to split it into 3 parts. I think might be part of it as well. But also, like, Peter Jackson and co. spent several years working the script and everything for these movies. But yeah, I've actually not seen any of the Rush Hours. But yeah. Yeah, Spider-Man 3 had issues. Still does. It's not quite as bad as I think people make it out to be, but it's also very much not ever going to escape the shadow of Spider-Man 2. I don't think I've seen the first Spider-Man in a long time either. Or maybe I have, I don't quite recall. Oh yes, that's right, because I think the studio wanted to add like all the villains to Spider-Man 3. Oh yeah, Spider-Man 3 has made so many memes, particularly around the emo Peter Parker stuff. And he's all venomed. Well, I think I don't feel like grinding with the two characters that feel a lot worse to play than Aragorn. So, I might wrap up the stream early than normal. But we can chat for a bit. Good question. Is there a cheat code for everything? The Two Towers PS2 cheat codes. There's restore health. I can boost experience by a bunch. Oh, that's interesting and quite handy. Apparently the cheat codes don't work until after you've completed the game already. So yeah, there only seems to be... I don't know, there's a god mode. There's experience. And there's ones that just give you all the skills. Well, I don't feel like cheating. Yeah, I think there's more to it apart from just replaying levels. Yeah, there's like technically 4 levels, sorry. So we've got a secret mission as Aragorn, we've got a secret mission as Gimli and Legolas, and then there's another mission as the secret character, which, spoilers, is Isildur. But yeah, no, there's nothing there to just like unlock all the bonus stuff, like the interviews, which would have been rad. But, you know, is what it is. I'd rather put this game down while I've still had fun with it, instead of trying to grind it out to 100% completion. So yeah, well, swap on back to this. Wow, 10 modeling time again. Alrighty, let's grab the disc. Let's also move the cat out of the way so it can be center on. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. This was a pretty fun game, except for a few, you know, moments. Return of the King will have to come at another time, because there is something else in between, which I forgot to grab earlier. So if you just bear with me for half a second, I'll go grab it. Alright, I'm back. Mr. Prepared is here again to give a little spoiler on what we're playing next. I don't know if this is going to work, but oh yeah. Woo. Anyway, we'll reveal that proper at the right before I wrap up. But Lord of the Rings 2 Towers, pretty fun game. I think I have more fond memories of the Return of the King game, but it is pretty much just the same as this anyway, but you know, just a little bit more. Alright, sorry about that, had to cough. But yes, it is an interesting choice that they went with playing as the 3 different characters and you sort of chooses them, which I think works in its advantage. You know, just because you can play as your favorite characters. Like, oh yeah, Gimli's my favorite. You can go play through the game as Gimli in all these story bits. But yeah, I still would be very interested to know what a Fellowship of the Ring game under these people would have looked like. Probably very actiony, but like there's a lot of Fellowship that is mostly just talking. So there might just be like a level or two that's just, oh, you're being attacked by raiders or something on the way to Rivendell or something. I don't know. But I've had fun. Yeah, eventually we'll get to Return of the King. But before then, a bar fight in Bree could be pretty fun. What else could there be? There's obviously going to be a level running away from the ring wraiths. Now whether that would be sort of on foot combat-y stuff like we see here, or there'd be like a mini game where you're running away, I don't know. Yeah, there could be like forced stealth segments for stealing crops from the farmer. From oh, what's his name? Farmer Maggot or something? I think. Oh, I forget. Because he gets like a one name drop at in Fellowship. That would be pretty funny if Tom Bombadil was in the game but not the movies. I don't know too much about the character other than he's very weird, and I don't think many people have a problem with him not being in the films. But maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. That is also true, half of this game would be in the Fellowship. Yeah, because I guess Lurtz would have to be the big bad at the end of the last level. Instead of the big bad at the end of the 3rd level? 4th. Because there's a prologue with Isildur. Then you've got the watch post thingy with Aragorn and the ring wraiths. Then is it Amonhen? Must be. But anyway. That's right, because isn't he one of the few characters that's just like, has, like the ring has absolutely zero effect on him, just because? A level where you choke Sméagol's brother? See, that wouldn't happen until Return of the King. Because we don't see that until the very opening scene of Return of the King. Because flashbacks, woo! Which is funny because that's how this movie starts too, with a flashback to Gandalf fighting the Balrog. Tom Bombadil. Thanks, brain. Tom Bombadil is the master of his own land and himself, which is why the ring does nothing to him. Fair enough, but seems a little weirdly overpowered. But I suppose he is one of the angel type beings, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not that familiar with the lore. I only just picked up bits and pieces from here and there over the years. But yeah, so next week we're going back to some 20th anniversaries, or one of them at least, because a little old game called Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbit is turning 20, along with the movie it's based on. So I love the movie. The movie's fantastic. It's probably like up there as one of my favorites, if I was to remember every single movie that I've watched. I have no idea what the game's like. Probably not great. But yeah. I do need to do a cleaning video to get rid of these stickers and stuff, so that'll be fun. And we got some guck there that needs to be gone. But yeah, and we do have the manual, thankfully. But we'll get to that next week. Until then, arsing around, ha 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 ha. See, that's not even the best joke in the movie for me. I'll tell the best joke next week when we're actually on the topic of Wallace and Gromit. But I think that's probably enough rambling from me. So thank you all for joining me. It's always a much better time to have friends to hang out with and talk shit about whatever it is I'm doing. So much appreciated. Glad to have you here. Even if you're lurking, doesn't bother me. I just like hanging out with my friends. So, I'm gonna head off, and I'll see you next week for the Wallace and Gromit Curse of the Were-Rabbit. Ta-ra!